Hello, brothers and sisters of land. Welcome to my page. My page is by common sense. I try to keep it down in any grade in under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, it means something very important. But of course, everything I say is fucking important. Almost had some juice go down the wrong pipe. Okay. I gotta close my mouth. Well, okay, if you have any comments, suggestions, or insults, you put it down below. Questions too, suggestions, insults, roast fests. All stupid insults or roast, which does not offend me, will be deleted. All comments that are stupid and it doesn't make sense to me, most of them would be deleted. But sometimes I'll allow some stupid comments to be put down there to see how stupid you are, so people can see you, okay? But of course, but I digress here. This video, okay, would I waste a minute of your time, okay? Let's see. It's 1 minute now. This video is going to be about a White Utopia. As I was traveling my ass with my family to Pittsburgh, to the point I kind of came up with an idea, because I used to live in various areas in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I learned something from downtown as I usually visit downtown Pittsburgh. And I would see mostly African Americans, okay, or light-skinned mulatto African Americans type individuals on the corners of Liberty Avenue and Smithfield and certain so forth sections. It was like not a lot of white folks at that time downtown, okay. But then I don't really, since I didn't go down there that much, I go down there every once in a while. I'm starting to see a lot more white folks now because they have put more cameras and more police in certain areas, which there's not a lot of crime. Because every time I go on, watching the news, I see something happen downtown Pittsburgh, or in Homewood, or Hazelwood, okay, or Larmer, okay, or Garfield, okay. Those are African American neighborhoods, urban neighborhoods. And of course, my wife asked the question. I said, "Was it like this all the time?" And I said, "No, it wasn't like this all the time." And people don't understand what I mean. I'm not a racist or being coon. I'm talking about from my experiences. I used to live in Brooklyn, New York, the Bed-Stuy area as well, okay? And so as I traveled around, I always heard shootings and gang violence, okay? You can say a lot of Latinos, okay, MS-13, okay, a lot of black gang members or whatever will hang around, but I'll never see too many whites, okay? Probably because they no longer are hanging in the streets in the 80s and stuff with Italians and mafias and stuff like that. They're no longer there no more because they got caught up and killed. They got smarter, okay? They say, well, instead of us doing it, we can have the lower minority to do it. Yes, probably so. But I always thought that when I talk to someone like a Pan-African or something like that, and they try to stay away from other races, okay, I get confused sometimes. I'm like, wait a minute, okay. I read stories in which there was a utopia of humans living amongst other aliens. If you watch the movie called Star Wars, or even Star Trek, you will see that there's multiple species, and people, I'm pretty sure during those times, people are not racist about what race they want to integrate with sexually or so forth. But then I talk to Africans, some Pan-Africans, and I consider them kind of like Afrocentric racist, okay, you know what I'm saying? And they really feel strongly about their belief system, okay? I say, think about it. I say, do you think your race is superior, okay? I've also talking to a Moor, okay, and this Moor told me this land belongs to me, and I'm like, okay, that's not what the aliens said. That's not what these beings from other spatial dimensions, okay, have told me. Okay, they told me this world has been blasted with multiple species from other worlds out there, and so I'm like, okay, if they can't think on the outside of the box, okay, then I can understand their intelligence is pretty low. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, why not integrate with white folks? I said, why can't black people, okay, integrate, okay, or, intercede or have sexualities with other races and multiculturalism? Why can't they do that? Okay, Alexander the Great said, let's respect their races, okay, and even the Vikings, even some of the Vikings. I watched the movie called The Vikings. It was very good, and I could see how the main protagonist of the TV series was actually believing in their systems, just like Alexander the Great. He didn't actually destroy their culturalism. he basically integrated with them. And I'm like, why not? Okay, is there something wrong with that? Do you know? I say to Africans all the time, okay, did you know that there are other species of beings out there who are different from each other? Okay, we may have the better gene of dancing, rhythm and blues and stuff like that, and they tend not to understand what genetics is. I said, study genetics, okay? Think about it. You know, you got thousands of people paying thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for genetic genomes, okay? If I want my son to have athletic genes, he'll have the genes of Michael Jordan. It's most likely going to happen. Okay, 70% more likely that child is going to turn out to be like Michael Jackson. 70%. And do your research on the genetics genome, okay, structure, okay, and it also links to human behavior too. It's already been done way before in the 1920s. Okay, I've been doing some research on that, and I keep telling people, stop worrying about one race is better than the other, because you will be destroyed. Okay, you know. Even though white people, the white crackers may have more technology, like, if you can't beat them, you join them. You try to integrate with them. You just don't say, we lived in huts and shit like that. Negroes lived in huts. Aboriginal Africans lived in the trees and shit like that, you know. But then we want to try to conquer the white man. And then you got some Pan-Africans or Egyptian Hotep type individuals. And I'm far from a Hotep individual. Who believes that these Egyptians created the white man as a mistake. I said, even... Those creation stories are very fantastic. Okay, the white man got out of control. They created them not to look beautiful, so they end up coming together. The white man was like, "Yo, we going to the Caucasus Mountains," and that's where they came from. That's how they lost their skin pigmentation and so forth. They lived in the mountains for long, and all that Greek stuff and mythologies came from there. Okay, make believe creation stories. You wasn't there, so you cannot believe everything you hear. Okay. Regardless of what evidence you come up with, because this earth is actually billions of years old. And so it would be a nice idea to understand that if we all can just get along and stop just fucking saying I'm better than you and so forth. I say most of the time that I'm special than most of y'all motherfuckers because I actually hear a voice and something and you really don't. Okay, so that's different. Okay, but then you got people who would say I can think better than you. Okay, you know, just some blacks who can think better than some whites. Okay, but you got to understand that everybody's different. Okay. Everybody's different and unique in their own way. But I never put down anybody. I can say, I have a right to say I'm more special than you. If a person can think 10 times faster than me, then that person is smarter than me. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But we have to work together with individuals like that. They're specialized individuals who can actually help us and protect this world, okay? And then you got crazy fanatics out there who basically say this earth, we're living in a dome and some shit. And then most people can't see that for themselves. They only go on what the video and the YouTube says or the media says. And they just start believing it. Just like a lot of light people on the light, on the right side, you know, who just basically believe in anything they read, okay? They're stuck in the matrix, okay? So, okay, you understand how a utopia, the white utopia, it's not really a white utopia, it's a mixed utopia of people who are intelligent enough to actually come to terms with reality, okay, and then basically not try to fight with one another because there's other species out there who are not even human and they can easily destroy us in a snap, okay? We exist so we can evolve, that's what they say, okay? And they're monitoring us, they're watching us, and you keep hearing these messages that they're watching us and monitoring us, and then you keep reading in that goddamn book, that Bible, but you don't know any other older religions than the Bible, and then you still stuck in that Bible. You see how stupid most people are? You see what I'm saying? Most people are ignorant. They don't want us to read no further than the Bible. They just believe in Jesus. Okay? And I told you, you know, a lot of folks don't understand the difference between atheist and agnostic, okay, or even Gnostic. They just don't. Okay, you read the definitions in the dictionary. They make assumptions and they'll try to merge it together and some shit like that. But oh well, to each his own. But okay, let's see what else is there to say. Let's see. You can actually, that's best believe that everybody, utopia is everywhere. When you talk to someone, you always start off kind. Like Stephen Greer says, it's best to be humble and be passive than to be aggressive, because if these individuals are smarter than you, they can destroy us. It has happened in the past. Okay, the whole planet has been flooded, and people take into account that that's God, but it was really alien beings that flooded the planet and fizzed up the waters so we can all die and drown and shit like that. And you don't understand that. It's technical. That's metaphors. Okay, you just believe in you take place of those things that really happen. The fantasy, Hinduism is the real truth of everything, and then you got people who are still confused. Okay, peace and love to you, brothers and sisters. Love like you die. Welcome to my page. Have a nice fucking day. White Utopia, mixed utopia, peace. It's perfect. It will be perfect. Peace.